But now, you know what happened. You threw a rock at 50 Cent. Now he's throwing boulders at you. And you don't look good. Now, Rick Ross couldn't even sustain the concert that he promised. Dudes use you to get in pictures, photo ops. You know what I'm saying? And really, Rick Ross played you. Now you're in a bad situation with 50 Cent. He shut everything down because he was powerful enough to do that. And that's something you should have recognized from the beginning, Meech. You know what I'm saying? You have to pick and choose. This is not checkers, partner. This is chess. And you made a couple of bad moves. So, Kenny Green, raw perspective, concrete and steel, keeping it good and raw. Unity for the community, man. I always appreciate the support. You know, join in, the subscribers, man. Let's ride the journey together. I'm just stating how I feel about it. Now, BMF, I've spoke with Little Meech, right? You know, they did some filming in one of my properties and I had the chance to talk with them. We kicked it or whatever like that, right? And, you know, sometimes people are kind of certified through their parents, their uncles, their aunts, but they don't have a clue of how this thing go. So what happens is, soon as the trouble starts brewing, now you hanging with Floyd Mayweather and you taking pictures with Rick Ross. That's not you trying to correct the situation that you created for yourself. You might have could have spoke to 50 Cent in private and said, look, man, I don't really understand how this thing going. What can I do? Can we get back on track? But nah, just like your father, Big Meech, y'all doubling down. Y'all doubling down on nothing. Nothing. Rick Ross played y'all. Now we know what you're going to get with Floyd Mayweather. Ride around, flash, get some meals. A lot of these dudes will give you something for your pocket, but they'll never put you on. Understand that. Yo, this is chess, man. This is chess. So Little Meech didn't know. And now what you doing? You in pictures with the fake Rick Ross, Floyd Mayweather. Who does Floyd Mayweather do anything for? The real Rick Ross, was hanging with Floyd Mayweather. You know what he said? Look, man, I stopped hanging with him because he want to drive around. He want to show a dude off. But he never will put you in a position that you could be independent. But guess what? Real dudes, this is how it go. Gangsters do what they want and suckers do what they can. Always remember that. Rick Ross didn't need Floyd Mayweather to put him on. It's just like, okay, man, I'm gonna mess with you. Let's see what you're doing. All we doing is doing photo ops and riding around and you telling me about your cars and your watch and your jewelry. And you carrying around suitcases of money. What did the real Rick Ross do? Let me spin off on this dude. And that's what he did. So now, that's Big Meech, Little Meech. These relationships that you are cultivating are trash. These people are selfish and they're not going to do nothing for you. The whole Big Meech, 50 Cent, Rick Ross, Little Meech, Cuffy situation. Let's touch it like this, right? Let's start off with Big Meech, right? Now, the reason why I feel he made a lot of the wrong moves is because if you have a relationship with somebody and y'all doing business, get good business, and you have an idea, because it's hard for me to fathom that he didn't really know none of 50 Cent and, you know, the fake Rick Ross history, right? So why would you go on that side knowing not only how 50 Cent is, but you have to sometimes choose a side and be loyal to that, because a person with money will use their money to influence someone against you, or they'll play games with you. Because guess what? That's what the fake Rick Ross did. He played game with Big Meech. You go over there, you get the 50,000. Of course, he want to take pictures with you. He want to start giving you a T-shirt to put on with his car show. Did you even think about how that might have affected what you got going with 50 Cent? It's not about whether you even like 50 Cent or not, but you're doing business with 50 Cent. And if you was in jail for 20 years, 19 years, whatever the exact number is, and you come home and people are getting at you, You don't have nobody around you that say, yo, look, man, I don't know if it's a good idea, man, handle it like that. You know, 50 Cent, the fake Rick Ross, he could have said, look, man, I'm sending you a package. And before you got in pictures and everything with him, you should have probably tried to understand his scenario that he was creating for you. And then the thing is, you was wrong and you doubled down. And you left your son out there with nowhere to go. Remember, you was in prison. Your son was under 50 Cent wing. So 50 Cent knows him well. He knows you well. He knows Tammy Collins well. And he made the BMF thing happen. He put money in your kid's pocket. I don't even understand how y'all broke. Because first of all, like I said before, 5 million jump off, even if it didn't come at one time. The story is about Meech and Southwest T and their rise and what they was able to do. Why does my son have all the money? He can't have all the money. We are going to share the money because it's a group project, a group scenario. So we have to share that money. So now you come home, people paying homage, yo, this, that, but then the cloud surface over his head. So the concert that the fake Rick Ross put together cannot jump off. It cannot jump off. And my thing is this. The mistake is this. The celebrities and entertainers always admired the street guys, the gangsters. Now some of these gangsters, they're running behind entertainers and stuff like that. You know, everybody got their lane. We got our lane and that's what we do. They got their lane and that's what they do. And if we come together on something, cool. But since when we handling it like that? Rick Ross was supposed to come see you, give you the envelope if that's what he wanted to do. And you could have said, look, man, you know, I'll take a picture with you another time. That way you would have seen. If he would have got on some little funny stuff because you didn't take the picture, you would have known. Be strong enough. You could have said, man, here, take this little bread back, man. If that's what it's about, take this little bread back. Sometimes we need to just understand before we accept people money. I don't care if you broke. Because guess what? Right now, you worse off than you would. That 50 grand you took and those photos and you doubling down, oh, the car show, the thing. Look, man, you just coming home. Keep it a little private. You should have told Rick Ross, I don't need no party right now, man. Let me just check the terrain, see what's going on out here. I don't need no party. I don't even want to be exposed like that. Southwest T, you don't see an interview. You don't see pictures floating around. You don't hear his name in no messy stuff. Concrete and steel, man, it is what it is.
Open up shop, building blocks in the hood. Generational wealth, that cycle understood. Mom and pop, black hands baking the bread. Cash flows back, the culture well fed. Spend that dollar where your people reside. Support the roots, let the family thrive. Brick by brick, we gon' rewrite the script. Black owned stores, let the tables get flipped.